Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the walkthrough. Last time we beat the Crimson Fields and we 1v1 the War Oni, and this time we're going to continue doing Mushu. Right off the bat I wanted to say I think it'd be a good time to show off what I'm using for gear, just because we're at the start of Mushu and I think it'd be good for a reference point for maybe if you're doing your own sort of let's say solo walkthrough, whatever it is on your own. So this is everything that I'm using currently. Most of this you can, the majority of everything but the clothes you can find in the bazaar. Obviously you're gonna need to hatch the pet on your own, but you know, usually most people know how to do this. And if you don't, you can look up a tutorial. There's a lot of good ones out there. What else? This also technically counts as stats. This is my deck. And as I was saying, you can get all these Houston gear in the crown shop where I forget what the name of the pack is. It's so bad. I do this every time. Oh yeah, it's a Professor's Sword pack. You can take a look at this and I'll show you the gear, the type of gear that you can get up to like early level 20. This gear should probably just set you sail for like, I don't know, for like probably up until the end of the first arc, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's pretty good. Also, I felt like, what was it? I mentioned in an earlier video that we could get monstrous TCs. And I thought it would be a good idea to show off how it is you can exactly get the monstrous TCs at an early level. This will evidently help you a whole ton and make everything a lot quicker when it comes to going through the first arc before you get the sun spells. And the first thing you're going to need to do is get to the commons, obviously. And you're going to go into this building right here. This is the one in between first building and Professor Zeke. I'll go right in here. And you can only do this, I should mention, if you have a membership, but you're going to look for anything that's an Arcanum apartment. So any of the ones that are dorms, it's under the dorm category, and it's anything that's an Arcanum apartment. You're going to teleport there, and this cool little thing's going to happen. You're just going to walk out. You're going to walk out, and here we are. We're in the Arcanum. And the reason why we want to be here, this is a good spot if you want to get potions, by the way. The reason why we're going to be here is we're going to talk to this guy right here. He has a ton of spells for us. And specifically, he is monstrous, which I only have 13 of. And the reason why I'm here is to get some more. You also can get fortifies here, which is great. You also get the level 7 spells for every single class. You can get regenerate here, which is also really good. We won't be using that up until the end of the first arc anyways, but it's a good reference point. You can also get tower shields here. You can get every single shield that you ever need here. So this is a great spot. The only thing that is missing, I think, is actually a satyr here. That would be really nice. These sanctuaries are really good, by the way. We won't be employing this spell currently, but we might in the future. You'll see how overpowered it is. And yeah, so that's the best way to get monster TCs, which will help power you up for the rest of the arc if you have the money. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, so let's add some more in there, make sure that the overwhelming majority of my side deck here. Also, you can mark really easily, and that'll help you down the line. Speaking of which, I think to be helpful here, I'm gonna go ahead and pause and then get right back into Mushu so that we don't waste any time. So yeah, all right, we're here in Mushu. The main quest that we have here is to go after a Ronin Mutineer. I think I'm also going to pause again, but I wanted to let you guys know that I'm right back in Mushu, and you're not going to be missing much when I pause here. Alright, we got that done. I'm a little lost. Let me take a look at the map. This way was where the teleporter is. So I think I forgot to mention this earlier, but with the Professor's Horde pack. That is a really good pack for literally every single skull, so you don't have to worry about whether or not you're storm, even though this is a storm walkthrough. So yeah.
The Muda truly blessed us when you arrived in Mushu. Thanks to your actions, we now have the handle of the Jade Scepter.
I don't even know what that is. What's the Jade Scepter?
Ancient texts once more. They mention Koto at the end of the path. It is likely the Plague Oni gave Koto a piece of the Jade Scepter for safekeeping.
Wait, hold on. This is ancient text, but this guy's alive?
Subject of the Plague Oni. He won't part with his piece easily. Therefore, you must defeat him to get the second piece of the Jade Scepter.
Oh, this is cool. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, you know what I forgot to say? Thank you guys for the support. I really, really appreciate it. I know it's been like a week and a half, but I honestly, I was a little skeptical of doing this to begin with, but it really means the world that you guys actually support me, and yeah, I really do appreciate it. What am I doing here? I'm like all sorts of confused. Let's go to this. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of sick. I've been sick this entire summer. I don't know what's going on, man. There is just something in the air, apparently, for me. Like, I haven't woken up when I've not been sick. One of these days, the entire summer. It doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, we're gonna try not to get pulled here. Kind of surprised I didn't get pulled, because honestly, I'm like super duper out of it, but take it. So, Koto, we're gonna have to look this up on the wiki, but I'm sure it's not gonna be anything too difficult. I'm having a little bit of struggle with regard to like memorization, just because I've started to take that medicine. I think I mentioned in the last episode, and it's messing with my brain, man.
What I'm going to do to you.
All right, so Koto, we'll be right back, and I'll look at the wiki here. Okay, so we're looking at Koto here. He's a ice boss with 1,200 health, which isn't a lot for an ice boss. I think it's actually below a lot of the ice bosses that are in Marleybone. He has all the ice spells you would expect up to this level that you'd be able to train on your own. And then he, for some reason, has randomly sunburn. And he also has weakness, and he has ice armor, which I'm not necessarily too worried about. I mean, I know it's a 125 like defense, 125 damage per pip sort of thing, but I don't know necessarily if it's going to be something I need to worry about. The only thing that I guess necessarily that I need to worry about is not necessarily the damage that he's going to be doing to me, but rather the amount of defense he puts up, or the amount of what's the word here? The amount he's going to delay my inevitable, not to sound cocky, but win with regard to the amount of damage output I'm doing to him. So, the real thing here is that you need to be worried about tower shields, the ice armor, and the weakness. So I would say is, the first thing that I would put in my deck is, if you have the treasure card of a reshuffle, I would put that in there. I would use empowers just in case you have weaknesses and you want to buff up for a Tempest. And what else here? Since there's a good chance that he might just start spamming a bunch of like shields and stuff like that, you're going to want to put a lot of hits in. You're going to put Tempest in, you're going to want to put in, majority of it going to be Tempest. You're going to put Monstresses in. You're not going to necessarily need, I think it's Dark Plague or Death Plague or whatever. I don't remember the name of the spell, to be honest with you. I've used it all this time, but I've actually don't remember the name of it. But you can also pack a bunch of healers, because obviously storms don't have a ton of health, and if the inevitable RNG gets like really, really bad for you, or you know it stalls on for too long, even though the damage isn't too great coming from them, you are probably going to need to heal a little bit. So I'd pack fairies and satyrs. If you have them trained, and otherwise you're probably fine. I mean, you can definitely put shields in if you really want to. Those are good for like fodder, with regard to discarding and getting the treasure cards that you need. So let me go ahead and look at this. I mean, the only real spell that he has besides the ice spell is whatchamacallit, fire. So I'm gonna take this tower shield out. I'm just gonna put thermic shields because this covers both of all of his spells. And I'm gonna try to memorize all this off the top. So I have three blades for these, for those. Let me put some more monstresses in so I don't fail drawing these. You could definitely use feints as well. I think I forgot to mention that, but use TC feints, or if you have the regular feint train, those are good. But yeah, I think from here we're gonna go right into it. Let me look at the time here. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. All right. Hopefully you go first. That would be nice. We do not go first, so okay. Okay. In this instance, I'm gonna try to see if I can get rid of the whatchamacallit, the minion first. We're gonna thermic shield here. I know it's not necessarily great to do that because, you know, then I don't have that many pips. Alright, there's the first of all the things that we're gonna be worried about. These shields are kind of annoying as well. It's looking like this is gonna be a longer battle for me. I'm gonna need to get rid of the feint. I have 3 of them in my deck, so I don't need to worry too much. With the shield up, we don't have to worry about damage output and necessarily healing either, so we can probably just stall a little bit here. I'll get rid of the virulent plague. That's a little bit of overkill, to be honest with you. What do we do here? I don't think we kill here, so I think I'm tempted to do this. Hold on, let me draw one more. I'm gonna go for this, then I'm gonna try to hit next turn with a Tempest. I don't think I'm gonna have enough damage, but I'm gonna do I'm gonna do enough to be like, I can do another Tempest, and they won't have shields that are gonna prevent me from doing a ton of damage next time. So, I'm gonna do this. I know it might seem a little bit odd. Honestly, it feels a little odd to me, but I don't know. I guess I'm in a little bit of odd mood. So, alright. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a chance here and just blade up and then try to hit next turn. This is going to do like, I don't know, 120? Yeah, 120. That's not that bad. I don't have to worry about that. Although I'm like really good at like saying and pronouncing the words that I want to, I'm gonna put this on this because I don't know if I necessarily am gonna be able to kill here. I'm gonna go for the Tempest here. Unless he shields, I think we're probably good. But these meds are making it really difficult for me to, like, you know, even though I'm speaking I think a little bit better and more clearly, I think it's messing with my ability to get a sense of what's going on in the game. So I don't know, I guess that's a little stipulation I want to tell you all about. I think that'll knock out the boss. I don't know if it'll knock out this guy. Oh well, okay, alright, then we're chilling.
The shaft of the Jade Scepter.
The Jade Scepter. I should have marked that place and gone back to it, but oh well. I suppose when I go back to this guy that we're talking for the quest. Hold on. I already forgot where it is. Okay, there it is. There's the tower. Oh my god, I thought I just almost got pulled. Oh my god. That was a little close for comfort. My goodness. I actually thought I was going to get pulled there. We're going to put a mark right here just in case.
You have done well.
Make things go a little faster.
This is the craft of the Jade Scepter. Only one piece remains missing. As for the last piece, I am uncertain of its location. The texts are unclear to me, but I do know that subjects of the Plague Oni live in the huts around this area. Perhaps they have the last piece. Kindly go and search the huts for the remaining piece of the Jade Scepter.
Alright. You know, this dialogue really makes me feel like this world is in like a perpetual state of like always existing the way that it is, and I'm gonna explain myself here a little bit. The way that they have like ancient texts and these people are still existing, like the people that are referenced in these ancient texts, it makes me feel like this is like a, you know, like Groundhog's Day sort of situation, which is strange to me. I could be wrong though. Okay, I think I'm gonna be able to cheese this a little bit. Let's... Oh, never mind. Actually, you know what? That's fine. There's another way to cheese it. We're gonna quit. We're gonna quit and go right back in. Guess that usually does its trick as well. Thank goodness this marked spot didn't glitch out on me. I thought I'd be able to do it another way, but that's the old classic of quitting out. That works as well. But yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about like the storyline here, because it's giving me a little bit. You know, I played it in the past and I've never thought about it before like this, but it's giving me like Groundhog's Day sort of vibes. The way that they're talking about people that still exist, but they're like in ancient text. That's like, I don't know. Maybe this is like maybe it's not nearly as deep as I'm thinking about it. Like, but yeah, tell me what you guys think. I have no clue. I'm just speculating. All right, we're gonna do the same thing we did last time. Speaking of which, have you guys seen the teaser for the new world that's coming out? What do you guys think of that? I'm really interested to know. I don't have like a... Hold on. Real quick. We're gonna teleport. And then I'll talk about it after this dialogue.
You were attacked. My sincerest apologies, Wizard. I led you into danger through my error. It is times like these when I realize that my faith is being put to the test. I hesitate to send you into danger again, so let me know if you would like to proceed. There is a pagoda of significance to the plague Oni near Benoit. We may be able to find information about the whereabouts of the last piece there. If you are willing, go there and tell me what you can find concerning the missing piece of the Jade Scepter.
As I was saying, I don't really have like any sort of opinion. I'm kind of like, I know what the perception is with regards to the big like change to all these, I think shadow enhanced spells, or you know, spells like bugs and things like that. But I think I want to see how it plays out first before I get too like irrational about it, because in all honesty, it looks like it's going to be a buff. And though, you know, it's technically like a lot of things in your deck, I think it looks like it could be good. I'm very intrigued to see how it plays out though. A lot of those spells that you see that they tease, it's not very simple to understand unless you actually use it. Like, there's a ton of text on them.
You dare to test your might on me? What a mistake.
Alright, this is another boss. Let me take a look at the book. Alright, Asagi here has a ton of relatively ridiculous amount of fire spells. He also happens to have vampire and a natural attack that is 85 per, which is actually pretty underwhelming in terms of damage per pip. He's got the weakness, he's got the buffs. So first thing I'm thinking here, oh, also he's got 1,280 health, which is obviously not a lot. First thing I'm thinking here is you're gonna want to pack a lot of heals, especially if he ends up using like big pipped like heckhounds or big pip fire spells that are single attack. And coinciding with it, I think you're gonna need like fire shields. And yeah, fire shields, you're gonna need monstrous, the usual, everything that you need, like practically everything that I already said. pack reshuffle if you don't feel like you necessarily think it's going to go really well with the low amount of spells that I usually go with. Like if you have like a different sort of strategy, then you know reshuffle in the side deck is never a bad idea. But looking at this, yeah, you could also add triage to your deck if you really feel like you need it. The Heckhound is a little bit scary, so I think I'm going to use my usual strategy and see what this gives me in terms of like whether I go first or not, and if I'm weakness or I have a lot of firepower in the start of the battle. So we're going to be mostly relying on Tempest. Let's see, do I have triage? Yes, I do. We're going to add one of those just in case. I can take these out, put some more monstresses in. I don't know if you guys can tell if I sound sick, because, like, I definitely feel like it. Fates, we got 2 satyrs, 2 pixies, 2 tower shields. I forgot to mention that if you want to use tower shield, this is probably a good time to use it. But yeah, what does this other guy have? It's probably good. We're probably good to go, honestly. I'm kind of tired. Let's see. Let's refill this. I'm stalling. Okay. Let's go for it. Hopefully we get first. That'd be awesome. Did I put the monstresses in? I feel like I did. Okay. I could probably get rid of this. Let's see what I draw here. Okay, we can keep that there. I can get rid of this. I have 3 storm blades in my deck, 2 of which are like item blades. We're gonna try and put this up, and then I'm gonna blade here and see if I can get a Tempest next turn so I can hit. I don't necessarily think that I need to put up a shield because they're low on pips already, and that means that they're just gonna hit me with low pip attacks, and that's a risk I'm not really worth. I don't think it's worth taking. So that is bad. Okay, that's not the worst though. You know what I mean? We can still go for this. I think I'm gonna shield here, and then next turn I'll try to hit, and then I can probably target the boss after the fact. That stinks, but that's whatever. As long as I'm able to knock them out next turn, we're chilling. This is gonna be a fire elf? No, okay. Alright, so we're teetering on whatchamacallit? What am I trying to say here? Taking a lot of damage from fire spells, especially if he uses like Sunbird here. So I think I'm gonna try and get a shield up after the fact here. That does a lot of damage even if he does have a minus 80, which is crazy. He only, okay, well, that's fine. I probably should have just kept the tower shield actually, now I'm thinking about it, but yeah, we'll just use the tower shield because if he's using that, it feels like a loose cannon sort of situation where he's like not necessarily using the spells that he should be using, like that are associated with his skull. So we're just gonna put that up just in case. This is a buff, so this is great. We're probably just gonna see if we can draw any of the low pip storm spells. If I don't get it, then that's fine. I can just use Tempest. I'm gonna get rid of the shield here. Don't need to fortify. Don't need this pixie either. I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking Tempest. Oh, well. I mean, it is what it is. If I don't get a... whatchamacallit? Power pip, then Tempest would have been the best choice either way. So, yeah. I think this will knock him out, for sure. So, I think that's that. We're done. It's done and dusted. Or this is just right under the amount that I need. In which case, I am going to look like a fool. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling.
On the ground reads, "Good work on getting me the headpiece."
Wonder who that is about. Let's take a teleport, because I'm not trying to wait around too much, you know? Hello,
I am
Dino.
relieved that you have returned safely and with good news. I was worried that I had sent you into harm's way needlessly. I should not have doubted the great Muda.
The Great Buddha! I'm gonna live up here, by the way.
Kanago is a formidable opponent, but we can surprise him in his pagoda. He will not be expecting you to find him. Go there and get the remaining piece of the Jade Scepter from him.
Kanago. Alright, cool. Kanago. By the way, I was also going to try and see, what do you guys think, like, do you guys think Darkmoor is coming out on, like, the test realm, like, this September? I got the feeling that that's where it's going to be, you know what I mean? Because they put out a teaser, like, before August, which is crazy, you know? Like, I don't think they've ever done that, and usually, like, whenever they put the first teaser out, it's usually a month afterward that they have test realm. So I kind of, as ludicrous as it sounds, I think there's a decent chance we get test realm for Darkmoor like in September, which is crazy. I don't think we've ever gotten a new world in September, but I think it would be really cool, honestly. I just hope the writing is really a lot better than it was in the past arcs. Not to say that I didn't like Arc 4. Arc 4 was, you know, it was meta and it was deeper than the other arcs on a personal level, but I like when Wizard101 is like,
We are prepared. My little piggies warned me that you are coming, wizard. You will never have the Jade Scepter while I still stand.
I like Wiz a lot more when it's more focused on like lore and like the world itself rather than like a specific character. That's why I really liked the first two arcs. Those are really nice because you're spending most of your time getting the story from like the world building, which is not to say that there wasn't any in Arc 4, because I mean Lemuria is like a full like world dedicated on the main character. But first, let me go ahead and take a look at this guy's wiki page, and then we'll be right. All right, we're looking at his wiki page. He has a bunch of storm buffs. He's got 1,360 health. Kanogo, if that's how you say his name, and he's got all the storm spells you would expect up to here, all the way up to Colossus, which is 465 and 40 is Tempest, and then he has randomly Troll and Banshee and a Myth Shield. So what is the game plan here? The thing that you run the risk of doing here, since he could possibly put up a shield immediately at a low pip sort of range, it could stall out for quite some time, this battle. And I say that for every battle, but it is the truth. That is like the worst likely chance, like the worst thing that could happen is that you don't have enough spells or enough firepower. So I'm always going to recommend you use or pack a reshuffle just in case, and then enough hits. You're obviously going to need storm shields, and I mean, you don't have to worry about damage over times. You can include tower shields if you want to, just for the Troll and Banshee, but I don't think it's very likely that he's going to hit with those. And yeah, pack a bunch of hits, heals, brute shuffle. I mean, it's generally the same game plan, like for most bosses. I mean, it's going to change here and there depending on the boss and like the health, and you'll probably see that when I set up my deck, but for now, that's usually just all you really need to do with your deck. So let's take a look. We'll take these out. We're going to leave 2 of these in. Maybe I'll leave 1 in. I don't necessarily feel like I need all that. We'll put Storm Shields in. We got 4 of these, 1 of each of these, a bunch of these. You can also use Fortify if you feel like you need it. I'm going to take this Triage out. There's no any damage over time spells that he has. I'm going to take this out because I hate looking at it. And yeah, we're going to have the reshuffle and try to memorize here. We'll go right through with it. Hopefully I go first. Oh, the most important spell. You're gonna need converts. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, definitely use converts. So, wow, this is a bad combo. Like, this Ronin Mutineer can actually put up a Storm Shield, and he can put up a Mist Shield. That's really bad. Maybe I hit immediately. Just get rid of this guy. Maybe that's the game plan. Hopefully I go first. That way I don't have to worry about shields. That'd be awesome. Did not go that well for me. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this. No, we're gonna get rid of this. Okay. Alright, I don't like that. I think I'm gonna try to get rid of the minion first. I'm not gonna need this. I have plenty of these left. Why am I getting all of them? Okay, cool. I'm trying to draw another one. We're gonna go for it. I think this will knock him out. At least the minion out. I probably would have been a lot wiser for me to go for Kraken here, just because I save on pips, but I don't mind the extra little bit of damage that I could get here. As long as he doesn't shield next round, I think we're good. I mean, obviously he's going to do a decent amount of damage, but that's probably fine. Maybe it's not fine. I'm going to take this out. We're going to shield here, actually. Just because, I don't know, it could get bad if he doesn't attack here, which he does, which is great. I'd like to see that. It does a whole ton because obviously it's Storm, but... Oh... Now, the real thing here is that the risk is incredibly high, at least as far as I notice, of shields whenever he's low on pips. Of course he... Oh, thank goodness. That's the best option there. I was thinking he was just about to shield. But whenever he's at like 0, that is the best odds of him using a 0 pip spell, which is obviously what a shield is. And that's what you're going to want to watch out for most of the time. That's why whenever I'm recommending, whenever I'm talking about converts in any sort of situation, I'm always recommending you do it as fast as possible, because they always start with a good amount of pips, and then there's a higher chance of them actually attacking you first. So... we're just gonna buff here. I'm gonna need one buff. Actually, I don't need any buffs, but I did it anyways. Just because, I don't know, I felt like doing it. But yeah, this should knock him out. I want to see how much damage this does. This is double buffed. I think this will do close to 3,000. Okay, I don't get it, but that's fine. I can just go ahead and use this, and I think that'll knock him out either way. Alright. Alrighty. It does a lot, I think. Sorry, I'm tired. 2,000? That would have done a lot more. I think close to 3,000. The headpiece. Did we get anything here? Yeah. But I'm so excited to see like Darkmoor, man. Like, we have been waiting for so long. I really hope they kill it. I hope they hit it out of the park with Darkmoor. Because honestly, I think that's probably the world most people have been looking forward to for the longest amount of time. It's like, I don't know, it's like a mystical thing, you know? Like, we went to Darkmoor whenever level 100 was like the max level, and we heard all these things about it, and we're finally able to go to it as like a real world. That's pretty crazy. You think about it. Oh, I should teleport here. Keep forgetting. Plus, like, the aesthetic is very Halloween-y, so I think it kind of fits, like, the time of year.
This retrieve is the most important part of the Jade Scepter. I hope we can repair all of it soon. In ancient times, the Jade Scepter was blessed by the forest spirits. Ancient spirits, they hold sway over the earth, water, and air spirits. We will need the help of these venerable forest spirits. To do so, we must first catch their attention with offerings of Jade Lotus, Tiger Lily, and Pearl Orchid. Please, gather these flowers and bring them back to me.
Yeah, I could do that next time. Yeah. It's a little late. You can probably already hear me yawning whole ton, but... yeah, I think we'll do that next time. Leveled up today. That's pretty good. Hold on, let me take these out because I'm super ADHD about this. Yeah, level 35. That's awesome. But you know what? We're gonna end it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe. It really helps me with the algorithm or whatever. YouTube really likes it when people like videos, so that's all I'm asking of you. If you do like it, then that's awesome. And let me know how your day went. I'd love to hear it. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.